Hi, I'm Marcy McKerrow.
Hello there, I'm Carol Cooper.
And we're here today with Aaron McKerrow, who's a certified personal trainer, licensed massage therapist, and a coach. Hello, Aaron.
Hello, how you guys doing today?
Hi, fantastic. Really, really well. Bit of a time difference between us. What time is it where you are?
It is 12:10 right now.
Right, okay. So, yeah, it's about 10 past 5 in the evening in tea time here. So, Aaron, please, could you give us some details of where we can get hold of you?
Sure, of course. I am on Facebook under my name, Aaron McKerrow. You can look me up. I am also on Instagram, same thing, Aaron McKerrow. I am in LinkedIn also under my name. And then Google Hangout, and I think that's about it. If I have any more, I'll let you know.
A good selection there, Aaron. Brilliant. The first thing I want to do is to clarify or just make a note that we are not actually related. Although we have the same last name, we're not actually related. Not that we know about, anyway. So,
I do have family over living somewhere. I'm not sure where, though.
Yeah, you never know. You never know in this world, do you? But as far as we know, we're not. But it's lovely to have you here, Aaron. Thank you very much for being with us today and giving up your time to be interviewed in this way. So,
same. Thank you for giving up your free time.
Fantastic. I wanted to start by asking you, when you started your business and how you got into the arena of fitness.
Oh, I've been in it ever since I was a kid. My mom was in it. She was a softball player for for high school, and she was a lifeguard and a diver. So I've been in it ever since even before I was born, I guess. And then way back in the 80s, if you remember, I don't know if you had it over in Europe, we had the old fitness classes on TV on ESPN, and so I'd be working out with my mom in the early morning for those fitness classes, and about 6, 7, 8 years old. So that's what started me. And then I got in my sports, and I played American football, I played baseball, I did track, cross country, wrestling, lacrosse. So, yeah, that's what started me.
So
and then turned on to
sport was where you always wanted to be, obviously, by the sounds of it.
Always. Yep. And I went to school for it. I was a track cross country coach for 8 years for a high school, modified in high school. And then just kept growing little by little by little, and then you get your name out there. And I was a top athlete for, my little area, And then, I was a 400, 800 meter runner, So I did that in New York. I was ranked 5th in New York in the 400, and, went on from that, little by little. Just kept improving, Then I switched over from 400 meters to 800 meters to a mile to 5Ks, 10Ks, half marathons, stuff like that. And then coached through the years. So you name it. If you broke it, I probably fixed it.
it's like exhausting me listening to you with all these track records, making me feel I really need to get back on that treadmill. Literally, not the work treadmill, the actual treadmill.
I've taken off a couple of years, to be honest. I've taken off a couple of years of training and competing, road racing, 10Ks and whatnot. I'm with you. I'm about ready to get back into it myself. I can just feel myself just get bigger.
Yeah.
This quarantine is helping it.
One of the things I didn't ask you is where your business is based.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
I'm in New Jersey right now. Yep.
Yeah, fantastic.
Certified and licensed in Jersey. For the personal training, I can go all 50 states. I can go to Europe for the training. I go over to the Philippines. I've trained the Philippine Marines back in 12. I did for about 6 months. They were doing a half marathon, and I train those guys. I mean, I've trained a lot of different military, almost every branch, not all of them, but a lot of branches through the years. Since '96. I've been a trainer since '96. So
yeah, wow.
Ever since.
So over that time, you must have seen lots of changes in the way that fitness is brought to the consumer. Can you share with us what some of those changes have been that you've seen?
A lot more certifications out there now, and a lot more people getting these certifications. So there's a lot more variety of people you can choose from. Number one is still females in both aspects for my practices. Is female therapists and female trainers are still number one. Always has been, always will be. And then I say, if you're comfortable with me, I'm willing to bring you on. You know, I train anybody from special needs to seniors to everyday loss, weight loss, to muscle gain, to endurance, you know, you name it. I've probably trained in it or helped you recover off of it after your therapy.
Yeah, fantastic. So, you know, in terms of the sessions that you do, in terms of personal training, how long is a session with you?
I really depend on the client. Or if you can do a full hour, do about an hour. But if you can't get up to an hour yet, I'll do 30 minutes. You know, to get you started, to get you 30 minutes and consistent. Once we see consistency and I see progression, then we can advance you to 45 minutes and then to an hour. And then, you know, it all depends on the client, where they're at in their life. Yeah,
brilliant. And how many times a week would you suggest that sessions should be held?
I mean, I would, even once a week with me is good. And if you can get 2 days in, I'm not one of those guys that I want you to see every day. If you don't have the money for me, I get it. I understand, but I want to be the best practitioner I can be for you. So I want to give you the format, the play out for you, what to do, how to do it. That first session, we go on form, technique, balance drills, stuff like that. We build a base, and then off that base, we create what you want.
Yeah, fantastic. That's brilliant, Aaron. So you do the personal training. You're also a licensed massage therapist as well as a coach. Three brilliant things there that I can see fit together really nicely. Could you just explain to the people listening really how those three things fit together in terms of your practice?
It all goes hand to hand. That's why I did the life coaching class back in 13, and that was an eye-opener. I've always been interested in it. Through the years of training, you know, you just yell at people all day. Come on, da 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 da. So I wanted to take a different aspect. So you know, counting numbers. I call it counting numbers and yelling. You know, it's military stuff. So after that, what next level can we go to? You know, so it goes into, again, that's where I come up with your own plan for your own needs. If you're trying to lose weight, then we got to work on a nutrition program, right? So that's a mental game. A lot of it's a mental game, especially right now. We're all in quarantine. We can't do a lot. Our mental is not quite as strong as we're usually at, especially with the food. We're sitting on the couch more than we should be. Even if you can get 30 minutes a day, that's better than zero, you know? Even 15, 20 minutes. Even go for a walk. You know, cross train, whatever you can do just to get out there. I don't care what the weather is. I used to train in all of it. But now I'm getting a little older. Like I said, I haven't been competing like I used to. So I've been getting a little lazy myself, and I can feel it. I really can.
So in terms of the massage then, where does that sort of fit in terms of your practice?
So that is where I can touch the body and release tension. I work a lot of trigger point therapy, myofascial release with stretching and then breathing techniques. So I put all that into practice for you. So at the end of your session, I'll give you 15 minutes for free, wherever areas of need, 10, 15 minutes of wherever areas trigger point to help release plantar fasciitis, or maybe it's tension headaches, or maybe it's TMJ, or whatever it may be, carpi tunnel I could help you with. tennis elbow, shoulders, rotation and rotator cuff, I can help you with that. I'm not a licensed physical therapist. I work on after they get done with your care. Yes. If insurance runs out, then I'll come in and take over.
Yeah. Now you mentioned some initials there. That was it TND?
TMJ.
And what does that?
That's right in here. You have right in the jaw.
Right.
Right inside the jaw, right here. You have your
right. Okay.
Your TMJ. Yeah. So where all the muscles meet with your jawline, and a lot of people get tension head, get your where you can't talk that well, or you get lockjaw. So I can release a lot of that for a lot of times. Or if you get tension headaches, sometimes it starts in there and goes to the temples and comes right up and around. So.
Do you do much? This is like a bit off script now, actually, Carol, but I'm just getting into this. So, do you do much stuff online, like we are doing here? Do you do much of the sort of like the personal training and stuff like that?
I was trying to 4 years ago, but it didn't really take off. But now it's like, I think it's coming around now. I'm like 4 years ahead of everything, I think, to be honest.
Yeah.
I tried everything and I beat myself up just trying to get started. Now I'm like, I have to start all over again. But that's okay. That's what it's about.
Absolutely. Sometimes it is about just being a bit ahead of the game. So what would you say are the best parts and the worst parts of being in your industry, the fitness industry?
The best part is really helping the client. I love, I don't want to say healing, because, that's an abstract of everybody says they can heal, but I love when I can see progression in my client and see them moving into where they really are going in their life. That is just worth more than the money. Whatever the money is worth, it's double that, triple that, It's just I just love to see the beginning to the finishing. It's beautiful, If as long as they stick with the program and they follow through, they see progression, they see the results, and they can feel it. That to me is more than anything. That's I've been in this for 25 years or 20 whatever,
So
and I'm just always looking at different ways. I'm sorry?
What about the worst bits of being in the industry?
Oh, the worst part would be putting all the time and effort in to helping you out, and then you not following through any of it. I give you all the details, everything, and it happens a lot. Oh, I want a program, I want this, I want that. I write it all out for you, and then they just don't. They just don't follow through. They just do not want to participate in the activity. A lot of people want it fast, cheap, and these miracle things. Our body is not made like that. We took years to get where we're at. It's going to take months to get out of it. Sometimes a year, depending on where you're at.
Very true. And as coaches, we see this a lot where people want help and support, but then they have a lot of barriers in the way of getting them to move forward with us. So right. we see this all the time. So what inspires you, Aaron, to do what you do?
Really, I've always just loved, again, helping people. And meeting people. I've always loved meeting people. That's why it's hard for me being quarantined. If I can't get out, and just meet people. I used to do those 5Ks and 10Ks and marathons and whatnot. You go out and you see those people, and you shake their hand and you introduce yourself, and maybe you ran the race, and they say, "Oh, I remember you. You passed me a mile, whatever, or whatever it was." Or maybe they passed you, who knows, but you connected a little bit off of that. And then off of that, you can build a small relationship, and, it's not just a sales connect. It's a people connect. If you can connect to the person you can make not just your business, but your life easier. You know,
Fabulous.
it goes hand in hand. It really does. You know, if you're trying
That's
to sell
brilliant.
something or trying to connect with somebody, it's a very similar level.
Yeah.
You know.
Brilliant. Thank you, Aaron. I'm going to pass you on to Carol.
Hello,
What?
Aaron. Hi. Hello there.
Hello, Carol.
Hi. What I want to ask you is there a motto that you live your life by? And if so, what is it?
My motto, love yourself. That took me a long time to actually start loving myself, and I still have battles with that. You know, that's why I got a little bit with the life coaching, to be honest. Way back in 13, I was going through issues with we had a newborn on the way, and my wife and I were having issues, and I was like, what angle do to help us out so I can help not just me, because once you can help yourself, you can help others.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, and then you take all those negatives that you had in your life, you got through it, so you can get through that, and you can take those steps and help others with those steps. It might not help everybody, but at least you got a format you could go by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So based on that answer, were there many people that have had a significant impact on your journey, both positively and negatively? And if so, please tell us about them and why was that?
All my coaches, all my coaches through the years, from football to, I can't even name everybody. There's too many probably. You know, they all helped me through the years. My old vice principal in school, he was a great guy. He helped me a lot in high school, middle school, and high school. You know, if it wasn't for him and my track and cross country coach, those guys saved me a lot of times.
Yeah.
You know, a young lad out in upstate New York at the time. There's not a lot to do out there, so you can get in trouble pretty easy. You know, a lot of farmland and nothing to do. So.
Yeah.
So they were there as a marvelous support, and it's something that you remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and then that's.
I'm sorry.
What? I'm sorry?
No, I thought I was interrupting you there. Sorry, Aaron, but you'd finished speaking.
Oh.
There must be a little delay there, but never mind. I'll carry on.
No.
What have been the challenges, Aaron, to getting where you are today, and how have you overcome them?
There's challenges all the time. Like I said, family. You ladies know that just to get out of bed some days is a challenge. You know, now with the quarantine, I'm trying to get my kids' homework, their schoolwork done.
Yeah.
I'm running three grade classes at one day per hour, and then. It's like a whole different battle just that alone. And then trying to get my own little practice going, which right now is on hold because of this corona.
Yeah.
So, it's really, that's a challenge just that alone. It's a different angle we got to take now. And with the hands-on, I don't know what's going to happen with that. I do a lot of clothes-on, to be honest. I do a lot of clothes-on massage. So, there's a lot of medical stuff like that, so you don't need to take any clothes off or nothing. I can just work on through your clothes for the most part. Right. So that I'm hoping will help save me a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah.
Can you talk us though through your achievements you've had, throughout your career? What have those achievements been, and how important are they to you?
My best achievement are my kids, and then before that is my, is my love for the sports, all the awards I've gotten through the years, and all the placements I've had. I mean, when I had a chance to run with the U.S. Junior Olympic team way back 100 years ago when I was, in high school and whatnot,
right.
And I had a chance to go to Europe to go run over there for a couple weeks, stuff like that, And then I ran the Olympic torch back in '96, you know, way back then. So, you know, stuff like that. Little things, you know. And then
It's such great stuff.
Oh,
all the years of,
my goodness, yeah.
You know,
yeah, go on.
Oh, I was gonna say, but the most on top of that again is working with the clients again. It's all goes back to working with clients. It really does. I just love. That's why I've been in it again so long. It's to see their face when you beat them up, and they're like, you beat the hell out of me, and then you're like, oh, I'll see you tomorrow. You know, I love it. Yeah. You know. Oh, they start yelling at you and all different terms, and then next thing you know, you're done. They're like, are we done? You give them that nod. They're like, all right, I'll see you tomorrow. You know? I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, those poor clients, my goodness. Aaron, do you have any regrets at all?
Sure. I know I have a couple regrets through the years. Like, I didn't finish out college, to be honest. I didn't finish. I wasn't a college student. I did a year of lacrosse in college, and then after that, I was never a great reader, to be honest, and that's still my issue. You know, for me to read, I have to read. For me to get my certifications and licenses, I had to read about 3 times. You know.
But you did that though. You wanted to do it. So that in itself, the fact that you kept pushing through, is an achievement in itself. You know, and shouldn't be sort of like swept to one side. That's all positive stuff, isn't it?
And that's important to remember. You know, very much that challenge became the achievement to where you are now.
Yeah.
And that's really.
I mean, it's just again. Thank you. I feel like it's just starting for me, really. I've been in it so long. It's like you see new chapters, new strategies coming up. You know, and I've been putting this whole practice together for so long, and then I feel like I'm ready to give you the full wellness now. You know, after all the years and struggles and challenges I've had through the years. You know.
Yeah.
And then the achievements I've seen and what I know what I'm capable of for helping people and really was struggling for not just their life, the mental aspect, the physical aspect, and the emotional aspect, all in one. You know.
Absolutely, and that's a huge, big ball, isn't it? Massive.
It is. You can't have just one part and then one part. You got to have it all together.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. I totally agree with that. Absolutely. It needs to all gel, doesn't it? Yeah. So if you think about the challenges and regrets that you've had, what would you say the lessons that you've learned by that?
The lessons, like I said, the negative will turn into a positive for you as long as you keep your positive mindset active. You got to keep the mindset active to stay positive. That's sometimes the hardest thing to do in life. We all break down. We all get that negative mindset. But to kick out of it and then to progress, even a half a step is better than no step, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. And
so it's
always,
That's right. You know, you do a half a step today, then a half a step tomorrow. Through that week, you got 3-4 steps you've done.
Yeah, absolutely.
In that month, you've done a half a mile, maybe. You know, whatever it may be. You know.
I think too many people worry about doing it all together and getting it
they do. I had that issue in the beginning. I had that same issue.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to break it down one step, one phase at a time, and then you can put everything to practice. You know, and then you can. Once you understand how to handle everything one thing at a time, then you do 2 things at a time. Then you can juggle those a little bit. Then you try 3 things, you know. But you got to start with 1 at a time.
And it takes the stress out of the situation, doesn't it? And it just allows you time to gather your thoughts about how you want to progress along that road.
Yeah.
totally understand.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we all have one strength, an ability or a skill that stands out from others. I think this is particularly so in business, where there's often having too many different varieties of tasks. This is taking us back to your previous answer about doing it in bits instead of too many tasks. Yeah. So what do you consider to be your business superpower and why?
Superpower? Get ready to hear no. You're going to hear no a lot. Don't take that. Just keep moving. Just keep moving. Don't worry about the no's. Focus on those yeses. You might get 1 or 2 or 3 yeses. They're what you focus on. Those yeses are what you want. The no's are you're gonna hear that all day. No, no, no. Or they're gonna try to come up with a different angle off of whatever you just put into their head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So don't worry about the no's. Focus on the yeses.
Yeah.
You know.
Excellent.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you. Yeah.
Really good stuff. Brilliant. It's got me thinking. I'm scribbling away lots of notes here as you're talking, Aaron. Really talking.
A lot of notes in life.
A lot of notes. So how would you define success, Aaron?
Success, really, it's a well-being of one, your internal, for yourself, to be happy, humble, and then to educate others, and then to reach out to others. I think that to teach others is the best the best reward we can give others. Not just ourselves, but you know, the money is one thing. You know, we all want the money. That's gonna come as long as you allow it. You know, if you allow it to come, and your practice is proper, and people know who you are, it will come. It's the reward of helping others and educating and really getting out there. You know, that to me is rewarding more than anything. That's why I've been in it for so long. You know, I've dealt with the battles, like you ladies know. I've been in it as long as I have. You've seen it all, heard it all. After a while, you just go numb. You're like, you know.
It's so true. It's so true. It's so true.
You start seeing action with the clients. I start seeing action with clients, and I start reacting. I don't see the action. I just lay back anymore. I'm like, all right, I gave you this step. If I don't see you do that step, I'm really not here to. You can take your money back. I'm not worried about it. I can work on somebody else that actually wants my time, wants my effort, wants me to help them. You know. So,
that's exactly right. So by your description then of success, would you consider yourself to be successful?
I'm starting to be successful mentally, emotionally, financially, not quite yet there yet, to be honest. Like I said, I'm just starting everything all up from scratch again, because it's just the way my life has been handed to me, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of it's my fault. Some of it is. You know, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Absolutely.
You know, you just brush it off, and you just got to keep moving. You know.
Yeah. So true. So very true.
Yeah. Try to find that different angle that you just had. You can't, if you're gonna be doing the same thing, now you're gonna be running into the same thing. So you got to find a different angle, a different approach, hit it at a different angle, and then try that. You know, there's more ways to skin a cat, they say. You know.
Wow, lots to think about here, Aaron. I'm going to pass you back to CC now.
Sure.
Yeah, here I am. Aaron, is thinking about something else here. Is there a book or an article or something that you've recently read that's had a real significant impact on your journey? We'd just like to know about that in particular, you know, how you react to that sort of thing, and just explain its significance for you.
Books, not too much anymore, unless it's my own practice. I just really focus on my practices, you know. And any new research out there, I try to find for the massage or for the personal training or even a life coaching type, you know, or distance coach I've been for many years. So anything like that, I'm always looking for. But besides that, honestly, I listen to like a lot of Les Brown. I love Les Brown. I listen to Tony Robbins. You know, I listen to you know, I mean, stuff to keep the mind. You got to keep that mind flow movement. I mean, I have been lately listening to the damn news, so I've been trying to cut back on that, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
That can suck you in a bit, can't it, the news? You have to be a bit mindful with some of those messages. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, so.
It really is at the moment. It blows your mind, doesn't it? Absolutely. From all countries across the world, yeah.
Yeah, it has. We was just in the Philippines 2.5 months ago. I was in the Philippines. You know, we was over there. My wife's Philippines, so we flew over to see the family, and I was out jogging over there. But then you come back and you're in quarantine. You're like, wow, what the heck?
Yeah.
It's like, oh my goodness.
It's amazing. Absolutely.
It really is.
So, Aaron, reflecting on all your experiences, how do you think you've supported others to achieve, and what has been their feedback to you? How have they expressed how you've supported them?
A lot of my, now they're all mostly friends. A lot of my clients turn into friends because I don't keep them for a few months. I keep them for a few years, and then after all the battles, you know, after they yell at you a few good times, and then you go through those, and then you're like, you know what, this guy's still sticking around.
Really?
Yeah. You know, it's about time and putting that time and effort and build that, again, building that relationship.
Yeah.
One client is a business, you know. Doesn't matter if it's a friendship, if it's your coaching business or whatever it may be. It's still one client is a small business, just like your family. Your family, you got to practice as a small business too, because my wife put up with me all day. God bless her. You know, you know, she's an RN right now, so she's out and about and doing her thing, and then she'll come home. You know, my dishes aren't done all the days, so it's like, you know, the dishes aren't done. Like,
you're gonna have to get those done when you finish your interview.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, feed the kids lunch and then just knock out the dishes and probably go for a jog. To be honest, it's sort of a nice day out here.
All right then, that's allowed. So, talking about going for your jog, where do you find contentment? You know, obviously personally, enjoy your jogging, but both personally and professionally, where is that Aaron contentment line lying?
With the kids, a lot of times, you know, but again, family's hard because, you know, you go through all the emotions with your family. You go through them all. They go through it with you. You go through it with them. So they don't see just one side. They see everything, you know, and the kids they see through a lot of your BS. So whatever you think you're putting in, they feed back, you know, they feed back. So it's,
very, you know,
the kids are rewarding to just going out for my jog, to be honest. That's my mental. I could just relax, get my 30 minutes in right now. I used to do a little over that, an hour or two, but now I'm down to about 30 minutes right now. Building myself back up to maybe competing again in a year. So see how it goes, you know.
So professionally, I know you've talked about, obviously you just like to see the client do well. That's obviously got to be, you know, a huge contentment. Is there any other areas around your professional side where you find contentment?
Learning a new practice, especially for the massage. I love working the massage. Like I said, I'm certified in trigger point, and I really like to get more medical massage, which I've been doing, but just to get more focus on that a little bit more. I think would really, one, help my practice out, and two, I just love that whole angle of it. That's why I got into it. You know, if I can work with a PT team, OT, chiropractic, you know, that's right down my line. I can work with all three of those, no problem. You know.
Yeah, and it's a huge field. It's massive.
It is. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Aaron, thank you for that, and I'll pass you back to Martin.
So, Aaron, what does the future hold for you and your business? What are you looking to achieve, and how are you looking to move forward?
Really take this and start putting everything together for you. Now I'm ready. You know, it's just waiting for once we get New Jersey saying that they're going to allow people to go back to somewhat of a, you know, normal routine again. I'm just waiting for that, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then just studying little by little practice, you know, like I said, the medical, I do a lot of studies on a medical massage, and I work a lot of studies on even my sports training, you know, a lot of new studies out there with like MIT, they do stuff, University of Massachusetts, I do some studies with those guys I'd like to read up on, you know. We have Princeton down the road, you know, work with Princeton on some of their studies I'd like to, but, you know, I'd really like to take this and turn it into a business where you could do research. You know, that's why I think we're lacking in a lot. We don't have a lot of, like the doctors have a lot of practice where they got a lot of research and this and that. We don't have that format, and I'd like to, where we could offer that to people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So you could maybe start, you know, that could be an area where you do that investigation and start that process going. Yeah, sounds exciting. Exciting times. So, Aaron, just tell us again where people can get hold of you. They can find out more about you if they're interested in hearing more.
Under my name, Aaron McKerrow.
Yeah.
And then I am under Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Google Hangout. I'm in also, what else am I in? I'm sure there's one more in there. I'm forgetting, but they're the main ones.
Yeah,
and
fantastic. I will look at the ones that you said at the beginning of the interview and make sure they're all out there so people can tap into you.
I do have a small Facebook page for the practice, but it seems hard to get to. And I've tried to have people work on it for me, but they just mess it up even worse. So now it's even harder to get there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Sometimes it's better to take control of some of these things yourselves, isn't it? And
I've tried that web.com, and they messed it all up, and I was like, all the money I've tried to put into these things.
But you have got some good stuff out there, so I'm sure when people start looking and tapping into your Facebook account and things like that, they'll be able to find some of the other stuff that you do, because I know you're really interested in nutrition as well. You've got, you know, they go hand in hand, don't they, really, with what you do as a personal trainer. So you can't leave nutrition out of it. But I know you've done stuff around that as well, so people can find out about that from your sites as well, which is brilliant.
I do. I got a couple of certifications in that, you know, just through my personal training and whatnot. I'm not a licensed nutritionist or a dietitian, so off of that I can help you with basic information.
Yeah.
And then lead it to either a nutritionist or a dietitian that you might, if you need to practice, you know.
Yeah, brilliant. But, I think that's how I got connected with you, Aaron, was looking at some of the posts that you were putting out around the work that you do. I thought, God, this is really interesting stuff. And then, you know, linked to you, I think, on Facebook and a couple of other sites, and saw the consistency across those. And so thought it would be good to actually meet you sort of face to face as we are now.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
this
is great.
Brilliant. So this is the part of the interview where Carol and I go back through our scribblings that we've been frantically doing. I can hardly read some of my handwriting. And tell you, I know, and tell you about some of the messages that we're taking away personally from what you said today. And what I will do as well, and what we have been doing more recently, is typing up the messages and sending them by email, so people have got those as a reminder, because we can't go through everything. But some of the ones that I want to go through and say as a reminder, it's always a good reminder, the one about love yourself. That's always a positive and a good reminder. You know, so that's one of the ones I'm taking away. Half a step is better than no steps at all. Yeah. And so that's about keeping the momentum and not beating yourself up when you haven't done all you expected to do that day. If you can go and say you've done something towards your target, your goal, then you know, be happy about that and praise yourself for that. So I really like that one. You might see that one later on Facebook in a quotation.
No worries.
Don't worry about the no's. Just keep moving. Don't worry about the no's. Just keep moving. I like that one too. So I will pick out those three, and I shall leave some for CC. What have you got?
Well, I've got a couple of those, as you might well guess.
Yeah.
The love yourself one really hangs in the air for me. That's marvelous, because you've got to do that to, you know, to when you go to meet people and when you're with people, and you command the respect from people.
That's right.
Don't love yourself in an arrogant way, but just to love yourself for who you are, and
Absolutely.
then people will then listen to you. And the other one that I liked as well was "It is what it is."
Yes, I've got that one as well.
Yeah, I thought you might. And I love that, because I don't think that at all is a flippancy. I think it is what it is, and I think what you have to do is, you know, today you got up and it is what it is, and tomorrow will be what it will be. And I think if you you know, each day with that on your mind, like us all, and here, and when we're in lockdown, you know, each day is what it is.
Yes, absolutely.
And we live with that to get us through. You know, I open the curtains in the morning and I've got a brilliant view over a beautiful part of Derbyshire in the UK, and I go, wow, this is all right here. You know, you know, we can't go running out the door and do stuff, but yeah, it is what it is. And again, about the steps, I'm a great one for, if you can't do it all, like I said in our conversation, not to worry about that bit, just to bite bits off, you know. Somebody described an elephant the other day, that you just, you know, big elephant, and you just take pieces. So hey, you know, that's right.
That's good.
And I know you're not the greatest reader, because you said that in the early part of the interview, but it is interesting that you're pushing yourself to do these things to better your business and better you. So credit to you, and I mean that very sincerely, that, you know, because I'm a great reader. I'm at the other end of the scale, but I can imagine how difficult it must be for people who aren't, because they need to still gain the knowledge. And I think it's great that you're pushing yourself to do that.
Well, I'm a hands-on guy. You know, I've always been. That's how I learn. If I can do it hands-on, I can put it onto a practice. You know.
Yes.
Like when I was in school for the massage, I was working at a physical therapy place as an aide. So anything we go over, the doctor would go over with me at that day or that week or whatever we were doing. So it was a nice practice. My grade went up so fast working with them guys, because I can put it and see it in format. I couldn't just read it on the book, you know.
Yeah.
So my grade went way up after that. You know, that's when I really was like, man, I love this. This is a great field to be in, you know.
And you'll be happier because you're doing it, you're learning the way you want.
Yeah.
Taught, in other words, you're You're going
Yeah.
down the route of the best way. You're very visual, obviously.
Yeah.
There's various types of learning, isn't there? And
That's
that's visual, and
practical.
you're happy. So thank you.
I've just added in, don't let what you don't like to do or what you struggle to do hold you back, because that's what you've just been saying just now. So I've just added that one as well. But I will type them all out, and so that you've got them all as a reminder of what you have given to us today. Aaron, I would just like to say thank you so much for being on the interview. And I'm thinking whether we could actually maybe do a part 2 after you've got your everything up and back running again at the other end. It'd be nice to catch up with you and see how you're moving forward with everything. Would that be okay?
Thank you. Oh, that'd be great. Yeah.
Fantastic. Aaron, thank you very much.
No, thank you, ladies. Have a great day.
Well, you do too. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you.